It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey. Under the stars, they share a little bite. Ooh, yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, ooh, yeah. Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. Ooh. They share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share. Hey. Funky Bones, don't you bones, don't you hide. Ooh, yeah. Kira's got the apples open wide. Coming close, just a nibble, don't be afraid. No afraid. Look at them dogs. Funky Bones, don't you hide. Ooh, yeah. Kira's got the apples. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. Ooh, yeah. It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey. Under the stars, they share a little bite. Yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, ooh, yeah. Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, don't you hide. Ooh, yeah. Kira's got the apples open wide. Share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share.
Little gray luncheon in the hay, chewing, skipping, never stays. Backyard wild, gotta play, jumping, running every day. Grass is green under the sky, little gray lets it all fly. Muddy paws, he don't care why, wings of earth, he aims so high. Freedom in his furry flight, sun and moon his only guide. No more walls, no cage inside, little gray so wild inside. Posh and climb, he's on the move, no one's rules, he's got his groove. Nature's beat, he feels the soothe, little gray always to prove. Under stars, under dreams, world ain't small, so it seems. Little gray's got big schemes, life rolls on in flowing streams. Hay for breakfast, sun for noon, stars and moonlight come so soon. Little gray under night's tune, backyard life's a wild cartoon.
Teeny scrappy rabbit on a naughty spree. Bananas from cat pits in Korea, quick to flee. Teasing sisters jumping wild and free. Leapfrogging over Posh spice, too stealthy for me. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears the call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Tiny eyes glinting, always on the prowl. Moving through the shadows, stealthy as an owl. Captain Stash pilfered, making her scowl. Teeny's got agility, swift as a howl. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Few tons of playgrounds, Teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast, but Teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild in on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears the call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Few tons of playgrounds, Teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast, but Teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild in on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Give her a toy. Teeny's grand adventure, loving it all.
Dusty the rabbit, all covered in hay, building her nest like it's time to play. Big floppy ears and a mischievous twitch. In the yard, she's always digging a ditch. She sneaks through with a hop and a skip, eyes wide open, just looking for a trip. Suspicious, she is not denying that fact. Playful trickster, always up to some act. Dusty, giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the ways she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush blazing a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop, crumbs scatter in the bush. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Bite mark stories on furry cheeks. Donkey the rabbit at his cookie peak. Friends band together, a loving chase. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Inkle face, nibble pace. Donkey the rabbit, but sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, nibble on your face. Cookies come, big bugger falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Plans ignore. Donkey want more, can't ignore.
He's a rabbit that can't get enough. Cookie cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating the cookie. He's a cookie cat. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating, 'cause he's a cookie cat. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher. He can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating, 'cause he's a cookie cat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In a kingdom far away, there's a princess named Kira, with beautiful brown locks and eyes that sparkle. Every day at twilight, she dances through the meadow with bunnies by her side as the sun starts to retire. One bunny turned to two, and two turned to a dozen. But Captain Kira's heart's forever filled with love. Her kingdom now enchanted, a ballet of soft footsteps, magical melodies carried on wings of a dove. Ballerina princess, her bunnies by her side, a twirl and a pirouette as dreams come alive. Captain Kira dances, her heart so full of bliss, in a world enchanted where love will always persist. Hi, team. Hi, Mr. Little Gray. Are you guys gonna come in for the nummies? Hi, guys. You calling me Julie isn't so glorious. Wait. Oh my gosh, doing well. Oh my gosh. Why does it always Hewley? It's like, oh, there's not that many people called Hewley out there. Autocorrect is really getting on my last nerve, okay? Can we just say? Can we just say? Um, Kristen Cheyenne Star. Hi, Keeks Majeeks or K-Dog. How's your day today? You are so sweet, Kristen. I love my name. Kristen Cheyenne Star, Triple R Ranch dressing gal. My day today, I was gonna go to church. Well, I mean, I kind of knew there was a good chance I wasn't gonna go to church because I am taking care of a sick person. And
I'm also have been extremely tired today, and I'm not sure if that's because like I'm starting to come down with something. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Do you like fennel? Donkey, you like fennel? What does the donkey like that? You guys, I got another fennel, a whole like fennel bulb, which is basically a fennel plant. And I'm gonna plant this one too. All of the fennel bulbs that I've bought for the bunnies, like they're regrowing out in my plant pots on the deck. So it's like waste not, want not, right, guys? But anyway, yeah. So I was really tired. Um, kind of stayed in bed later than I normally would, but I went to bed at like 3. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. Definitely, yeah, it was really late. I was up cleaning and organizing and doing all kinds of stuff. Um, Playing with bunnies. So yeah, and I was like watching videos, and I don't know. I was just like up doing like trying to get stuff done. I had a lot of chores that I didn't get to yesterday because I was busy with other stuff. But Delph, I really want you to eat this fennel. Yeah, you're really the reason. I'm still kind of concerned about Delphine's health, and I don't know what the little lump on her belly means. It seems to be like just a fatty tumor thing that like older animals get. I hope that's it. I don't know. She's so skinny though. I'm just trying to feed her as much as I can. But yeah, my day today was okay. It was good. I mean, it was fine, and I had to do all the grocery shopping for the bunnies and for myself and for this sick person, and refill refill my big water jug at the store, and doing more and more cleaning and stuff. Really just focusing on my house and on the bunnies environment, and making sure they have all doing lots of laundering all their blankies and their bath mats and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, it was a nice day. Talked to Krispy Kreme Tillman. Crystal with a K, how you doing today? Crystal with the K, special K, Crystal with the K. We love her. Yes, we do. All the live long day. Crystal, special K. Hi, sweet boy. Oh, this guy, he is ready for some food. Okay. Here you go. Wow, that was some great camera work. There's my dress. It's a really pretty dress, though. You guys want to see my dress? My necklace and my dress. There we go. Oh my gosh, and then we got to get these guys. Oh no, and now I make the video go upside down. But yeah, I've been focusing my energy at home because taking care of a sick person and just obviously the bunnies. Um But yeah, I mean, wasn't how is your day, Kristen? I'm sure I missed you guys, all you guys at church. Okay, you look, guys, this is gonna go to Mama Delph. Mama Delph, you are the girl that I need to eat all the healthy food. Yes, I'm concerned about you. And popping out babies, 2 litters of babies, that takes it out of you. And I think she's still teeny, stop jumping over your mother. Stop nudging her in the bottom. Oh my gosh, you guys, Teeny, not only she did it again. She did it again. She was trying to rip everyone's butt fur or any fur she could through the enclosure. And she keeps trying to steal their blanket from the boys' side. This is the second time today I've had to rescue the blanket from being pulled through. She is really on one. Teeny is on one. I feel like Teeny is one of those rabbits, like one of those individuals in life that could like create her own startup company and make like billions of dollars. You know what I mean? She has so much energy. She has so much gumption. She has so much that she would like to accomplish. And she'll step over no one. She will step over anyone to get to make her goals, to get what she wants. So I feel like she could have like a mega startup corporation, teeny's I don't know, teeny soft, teeny soft. She could like go very, very far with all that energy that she has. I just only hope that she uses it for good, because she could go like rogue and go like supervillain bunny too. Right? Right, Dunkers? Okay, go. Cleaning. A little more cleaning. We're gonna have to do a deep clean in here. Oh yeah. How has everyone else's Sunday been? But yeah, Hugh and Mom, I'm so sorry I called you Julie. Yeah, that would be cute if you had a twin sister and you could be Hewley and Julie, but you know. Okay. Oh, wait, we gotta let's see, what are we gonna do next? Should we do we got parsley? We're gonna do some parsley. Ooh, do we like parsley? Oh, we do uppy for parsley. There we go. Parsley. Isn't parsley supposed to be like cleansing, a cleansing thing to eat? Oh, ho, 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 look what we've got. Good, Delph. I love to see Delphine eat. She got second round of buns of giant buns, right, Posh? And she had the first batch didn't want to stop nursing. And it's like, I didn't have the heart to separate the first group and like keep them away from their mama. So she had like all of these guys nursing at once. And and then like by the time she was nursing the second batch of babies, the first batch of babies were getting bigger. So it's a lot of calories that you're using up. Oh my gosh, you guys, that makes me think of Jack's girl, his woman, Cat, who had, their baby. She's got to be like having a nurseathon 2025, right? Because she just had her little girl Willow, their little girl. Oh my gosh, it was so cool to see Jack hold up the baby, and they brought Willow on to the stream a number of times now, and Cat, we got to see Cat for a little bit trying that lemon poppy seed pound cake with the huckleberry marmalade, which first of all, Zell was just saying hilarious things describing what Steven's pound cake looked like. That was hilarious. But then Kat came on to try it, and she just looked beautiful. She was still like glowing, and she just looked vibrant and youthful, and you know, she looked really good having just had a baby. So I was so happy to see her and see how great and beautiful she looked. And and she's got all that support. She's got all those wonderful, like Jack's mom, who's obviously had like 3 children, and she's got Bree there, who's already had 2 children, and so she's got all that like nursing support and baby support. How do you swaddle the baby, and just how do you, manage all the day-to-day life with a newborn? And what's the best things to wear when you're nursing? What are the best things to have your baby wear when they're a newborn? And yeah, I don't know. I think she's got it going on. I think that is super awesome to have all that support. Prestorian, our favorite, beloved, and very missed Giant Bunz historian. He has just driven in from Lothlorien in his lovely new fancy painted purple DeLorean. Our Giant Bunz historian. He was dressed as the Mandalorian in his DeLorean while he was singing along to his fabulous chants Gregorian, our giant Bunz beloved Prestorian, and he'll drive on home in his DeLorean to his beautiful girlfriend, his mythical girlfriend, that by chance happens to be Salvadorian, the girlfriend of our beloved Prestorian. And she'll get out some marshmallows and some chocolate bars and some graham crackers. For me, I would prefer gluten-free ones. And she will roast those marshmallows over the fire. And then in a few minutes, they will be eating some Morians for her beloved Prestorian. And after the s'mores are eaten and he's played some more accordion for his girlfriend, we will all curl up in the moonlight and we'll all be with Prestorian a snoring. And that's the end of my story. Wow, there we go. Oreos and Kristen Cheyenne, I just sang a beautiful song and dance number. Well, no dancing that time, but I'll dance later maybe. But Oreos and relish. I wish you an Oreo and relish smoothie for breakfast tomorrow morning, and I want you to top it all off with a big splurt of ketchup and mustard. How about that? And you know what? And then top that off with some mayo. And then put a little peanut butter, a dollop of peanut butter on top of that. Yeah, there you go. AJ Punk, we love you, AJ Punk. Oh, yes, we do. We don't love any wrestler as much as you. When you're not near us, we're so blue. Oh, AJ Punk, pro wrestler, we love you. We like to see you smack them down and hit the mat. And then you push that, and then you kick and push. And this and that. You wear a costume. And your costume is so cool and dramatic. AJ Punk, you are so real, not automatic. Oh boy, Kira should quit while she's ahead tonight. You guys, I had a really nice cup of coffee that I was so proud of. I've been only drinking instant coffee, and I finally broke down and I was like, I'm getting coffee beans. I was going El Cheapo, but I was just like, you know what? I have coffee machines, and I have a desire to drink real coffee. You know what? Instant coffee's not bad though. It really isn't, but I just kind of have had it. Wait, watch these bunnies for 1 second. Well, I'll take the chat with me. I just have to. I have to look at my coffee cup. This is weird. Okay, it can't be far. It can't be far. Found it. I found it. Okay. Yes, the coffee has been found. Crisis averted. That was Astorian. Thanks, darling Prestorian. We missed you. I'm eating Oreos and Kristen, you are not eating Oreos with mustard. Has anyone told you that honesty is the best policy? My mother used to say that to me. She would say, little Kira, you know, honesty is the best policy. I don't hear that anymore. Was that just something my mom said? I don't know. Mom, if you're watching, honesty is the best policy. And I do agree. I do agree with that. I may not have agreed with pretty much anything you told me as a little kid, or at least I pretended to not agree. But I think that you were onto something. Message retracted. I am. Why would you put mustard on a perfectly good chocolate Oreo? Wait, Kristen, am I reading this correctly? Mustard. Why would you put mustard on an Oreo? Chocolate. Kristen. Either you're being silly and you're trolling me, or when God put you together, he did something very unique and he broke the mold afterwards. Bless your heart. I mean, you know, Posh, do you hear this? She took a chocolate, yummy, crispy sandwich cookie filled with vanilla icing, a thing that's yummy on its own, doesn't need any accoutrement, doesn't need any kind of topping. It certainly doesn't need a hot dog condiment. And she done put mustard on top. Poshi, what is Teeny, you're eating everything, and this is for Delphine. This is for Mama. AJ Punk, what's up? we chilling with the Bunz. Captain Kira's has been feeling a little fatigued today, but I think I might just be low key fighting off whatever my friend has that I've been taking care of, that has been sick with aches and pains, fever, congestion, sore throat, all that. So I don't know, because I'm not like sick or anything, but I have been really tired. I've been so tired. I've been having a hard time getting up and down the stairs, you know, like that kind of fatigue. So I think I'm just fighting it off. I don't think I full on have whatever my friend has, but look at these puppies. We have like bear cubs. These are just like bear cubs. Oh, Teeny, now you're being cute. Did you do flippy flop over? And you're gonna get the coveted air vent spot. Oh, is that nice? Is the air coming? Oh, the air's coming through. And you're gonna get. Oh, Teeny, you are such a little stinker. You're so cute, but you're such a stinker. How did you give birth to such a stinker, Delph? Did you know that you were gonna have such a little stinker? Oops. Oh, sorry, Teeny. What is going on with you today, AJ Punk? And yeah, tell me your stories, guys. What's been going on this weekend? What are people eating? Sorry, CK. I've been working a lot of evenings this week. Plus, any social event I go to happens around 7. Oh yeah, I figured it was a weekend and you probably had social stuff. But so you were also working a lot. Well, power to you. Bless your heart. I put the mustard in. Oh, Kristen, why? What does that taste like? No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Because I'm already imagining it. I mean, how can I not imagine? Kristen. Kristen, do you have the ability to taste? Do you? What is going on with your taste buds, girl? Rules for eating Oreos: must have ice cold milk or ice cream. Ah, with ice cream, Crystal with a K. See, that's what I'm talking about. Crystal K with a K knows. Okay, ultimately, I think I used to get some kind of, I don't know what they called it, a blizzard. I don't know. It was my friend's dad owned an ice cream shop where they like actually made ice cream there. And we would go and he had all the cookies, all the candies, and we would go and get, the ice cream mixed with like cookies and candies and stuff, and Oreos mixed with just like plain old vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh. Don't try mustard and Oreo, no. Kristen, are you so did you really didn't eat that? I never know when to believe her. Oh boy, what a freakazoid. AJ Punk, I worked almost 15 hours yesterday. That wasn't fun. Oh my gosh, AJ, fifth wait, 8-hour day is normal. 12-hour day is really long, but 15 hours? Why? Oh my gosh. Kristen, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Oh, Jabba. Wait, you guys, Jabba is cleaning little Grace's head. They're so cute. Look at those. They're literally snuggle bunnies. Oh, yeah. Look his ear. Clean that ear. Clean your brother's ear. Yes, you guys. Born in the same litter. You've been together since, I was going to say since birth, but before birth. They've been together since conception. They grew in Delphine's belly. They all grew except Teeny was from litter number 2, and she's kind of the outcast in this group, frankly. And then you were the other boy from the first litter, mister. I wish you could cuddle with everyone. Donkey, I sure wish you could. Oh, he's so cute. Donkey! You want mama to come see you, Donkey? Oh, he's sitting with my old bunny slipper. Oh my gosh, I love how he moves his little mouth when I talk to him. Are you Donkey, are you talking? Donkey, we were talking about how you used to do text to speech. Yeah, we miss when you did text to speech, mister. It was so cute. You gotta do that again. With your microchip, what was it, your Bunz chip 3000 or oh gosh, I gotta look at the video again. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Bunz link, I think. Oh, now Jabba she licked her neck donut, and no, she done licky with little Gray again. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Yes, I do. I love you, giant buns. Oh, yes, I do. Yanni, I don't love anyone as much as you. When I'm not near you, I'm so blue. Oh, giant bunnies, I love you. You guys, I have a business model concept that my friend called me about today. She asked if I would want to be in on her potential business. Toto, you beat me. I worked a total of around 11 and a half hours yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys, you guys are just killing it out there. But just don't kill yourselves with too much work. But good on you guys. I mean, I guess you're making bank, right? Adding double stuffed Oreos to my shopping list. Thanks, Kristen. Cool. Doesn't that sound good, Crystal? I mean, don't think about the condiments that she says she's putting on there. I want some of those too. You know what? I'm getting ice cream and Oreos. I mean, my Oreos are going to be, I think they're called Kinney Twos. They're gluten free, dairy free, all that stuff. But the most important thing, I really have to have the gluten free ones. I cannot have gluten. I would know Hewlin Mall fly guest star or something. I mean, travel is expensive and then you gotta take time off of work, but I'm sure Donkers would love to meet you, Hunan Mall. I'm sure he would. Are you gonna drink my coffee, Jabba? Oh, Jibba Jabbies, Jibba Jobs. Oh, now Jabba's gonna see her mama. Oh, what the heck? This is so cute. She's requesting grooming from her mother, and her mother's more than happy to give her some love. Oh my gosh, snuggle babies. Delph, do you love your daughter? She does. She loves her daughter. I'm gonna licky those. Oh, she's gonna do flippy over. She's trying to flip over, but Jabba's too big. Yeah, she's like a big boulder, Delph. She's like a big furry boulder. Oh my gosh, bless your hearts. Oh, I love that these guys are still getting along and love each other. Not many bunny rabbits get to stay in a family unit, I'll say that. At least that I'm aware of. Kristen, you are eating double stuff Oreos? Well, I mean, if you're gonna eat Oreos, you may as well get double stuff. At church, they send Jazz birthday. Oh, I just because I'm taking care of a sick person. A, I didn't feel like I could leave them. B, I just didn't. Just in case I was starting to come down with it, I didn't want to spread it to everyone. I don't think I'm going to be getting it. I think I would have already gotten it. Wait, I almost just died. Ice cream and I'm not reading that. Okay, I read it in my head though. Cereal is soup. Wait, cereal is soup? I mean, it does turn into soup, doesn't it? That was random, AJ Punk. Do you have celiac? Prestorian, I've not been diagnosed with it. But my mom's family, her brothers, and she probably has it. But they all have been her brothers have all been diagnosed with it, like for sure, 100%. And they're all from Ireland, and celiac is more common there, and also in Scandinavia, like all those Irish and Scandinavian countries, like the North Sea, like they're just for some reason autoimmune disease is really huge up there. They don't know if it's from the lack of vitamin D or what. It's something genetic though, and so I don't know if I have celiac, but I will tell you this: I probably do. You, Kristen, right? Yeah, I know, Prestorian, the ice cream and mayo, that's uncalled for. And the thing is, you could prank someone because if you had vanilla ice cream and then you put mayo on it, what if they didn't know? And they think it's all this big yummy bowl of ice cream. Now Kristen's gonna prank her siblings with that. Now I've just created a terrible evil prank that she could do. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to create the food prankster, Kristen Starr. I used to do that stuff to my brother, and he's never forgiven me. I mean, I laugh about it now, but you know what? I don't think he laughs about it. I think he's bitter. I think my brother is bitter. Oh, wait a minute. I think my brother is getting back from his big trip tomorrow. I cannot wait to talk to him and hear how his big trip was. My little brother has cycled all over the world, you guys. He is amazing. He's an amazing athlete, adventurer, traveler. I wish he could just have like a travel channel. I should suggest that to him. He should be, you know what? My brother should become a YouTuber and just like travel all over the world and show people, like put a GoPro on and because he cycles all over the world and he's met so many people. Hello, honey dusters. I don't have any more food to give out. I gave it all out, sweetie. She probably wants some of Donkey's stuff. Look, She's so smart. She's like, I know Donkey didn't eat it all. Look at her. She's like, I know he didn't eat it all because he's just one bun. He just one bun. Oh, did she get your food? Look at Donkey. He's like, wait, you just give it to this big broad. She's a broad now. She's not that broad. She's just large. She is a mini kangaroo. She is a mini kangaroo puppy rabbit. Yeah. Oh, you want more? Dusty, want more? Should we give you some of his kale? Dusty. Dusty. Look, he's going to try to eat it. Okay. Wait. I'll break that in half. I don't want to give her all of your kale, baby. Ketchup, onions, and peanuts. Ooh, the peanut thing. Peanuts and onions. I do stir fry, and sometimes instead of tofu, I'll just like throw peanuts in there. That can be really delicious, you know. And Chinese food too. They will do like peanuts with stir fries and onions. But ketchup and peanuts, disgusting. What if you had a peanut butter sandwich and you put ketchup? Oh god. Oh, barf, barf, barf. Gila Mo, what kind of kooky concoction will Kristen come up with next? Cereal and chicken broth. Oh gosh. Sick. Peanut butter in case. Oh, good grief. Tune in and find out. Mac and cheese and mustard or mac and cheese and cereal. Okay. Those are bad, but I'm sure there's a couple recipes out there that have like mustard powder, a little tiny bit of mustard powder in a homemade mac and cheese. Banana, Mr. Wee's banana. Banana, Mr. Wee's banana. Banana, Mr. Wee's banana. Banana, 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 Mr. Wee's banana. Split. Now I want a banana split. And then someone mentioned syrup. I want a banana split with maple syrup. That sounds delicious. And some roasty toasty like walnuts or something. Or almonds or peanuts. I have salted peanuts. Salt peanuts. Salt peanuts. Do you guys know that old song? Salt peanuts. Salt peanuts. I can't even remember. It's probably just called Salt Peanuts or something. It's one of those songs I never really understood what the heck why they were singing about salt peanuts. And I may never know. Doo doo be doo doo. I was soaked in the rain. Oh my goodness. We have been getting what the you guys. So one of the churches I go to, actually it's the one that Kristen Cheyenne Starr goes to, which is how I met that lovely gal that we all know and love. One of the pastors there, he's very fire and brimstone, like this is the last days. And he's, and it's like you can't, with the weather we've been having since this spring, with all the floods and the catastrophic storms and the trees flying around. We had another one last night. And he talks about like it's the last days. We're seeing so many signs. And usually I'm like, well, people have said that before, and it doesn't happen. But I mean, he has got the perfect recipe. He's just got the perfect time, all these catastrophic things. And then we've got, Trump, who's, basically his own special kind of hurricane disaster. I mean, it does feel like he may not be wrong. I mean, of course I don't want it to be, I'm having a good time in this life right now. But I have to say it does it feels like Armageddon. It kind of feels like Armageddon lately with all this weather. And the political weather of our country. And let's face it, the wars and It's yeah. I was watching with the Giant Bunz producer the other day, the live footage of Trump with Putin and the whole peace talks. And, I never really, I heard Putin come out and give his little speech, succinct speech, but I never really understood what came of those talks. Anyone else know? Anyone else have like a quick summary of what act did we make progress? Was there progress made? Because it didn't sound like anything was achieved, anything solid. Um, Kristen, you tried to eat a mustard Oreo, almost died. Yeah. See, that's normal. That's normal. That means you are a normal human being that you almost died eating a mustard Oreo. Mustard with yeah, mustard with mustard. I love mustard. Like the real, when you guys get like the Grey Poupon or whatever, those stone ground Dijon mustards. Oh my gosh, you blend a little in a salad dressing. Or you blend that with a little honey and dip a pretzel or carrot stick, or I don't know. Whoops. Oh god. Okay, you guys, I just reported. What did I do to Wes? Oh my gosh. Wes, I accidentally clicked on you. What the heck? Oh no. What did I do to Wes? If I did something to you, Wes, I'm sorry. I was just trying to move my phone. Oh, good grief. Dorito and mayo. You know what? That's probably kind of like dip, chips and dip. That's probably not that bad. I don't want to by itself, but I think that is what while she was pregnant. Tell me, I love to hear stuff like that. Hugh and Mo, I once made a mac and cheese recipe that called for Dijon mustard. Yeah, Hugh. Of course, I make it vegan style, but making it and I definitely think there was Dijon mustard, either fresh Dijon mustard, like prepared Dijon mustard, or like the powder. Wes, I just add my own mustard and black pepper to my macaroni and cheese. Okay, so mustard is not that big of a deal. It sounds like if me is scary, Kristen. Are you scary? Kristen Cheyenne, scary star, triple R. Well, then you would be quadruple R because there's an R in scary. Seems like Kristen puts mustard on everything. I don't know. Did you guys just buy a lot of mustard in your house? Are you just trying to find ways to like utilize 5 cases of mustard from like Sam's Club, the bold one? I don't put mustard on everything. Speaking of weather, I heard we had a record breaking lightning streak. Really? Wes, we had a storm here. It was the last really big storm that I remember, which when was that? I cannot even remember what day it was for the life of me, but it was just not that long ago. It was within the last 4 or 5 days. The lightning was like relentless. It kept coming and each strike was close by, and it was like there were so many lightning strikes all close together, and they were really, really powerful ones. So the storms, the intensity is increasing. Like not only the frequency of storms, but the intensity of all these storms is increasing. 500-mile lightning? 500 miles. You almost threw up. Yeah, that's normal. Kristen, put the mustard down. Put the mustard away. We're going to have to hide the mustard from Kristen. Alexa, hi, cheering on the Bunz. Oh my gosh, how sweet. Alexa, I don't feel like I've seen you on here, have I? Is it hard having the name Alexa in this day and age? Oh boy. Are you getting a lot of jokes now with your name? Alexa, order cat food. Alexa, order Giant Bunz cookies, please. I need to do that. I really do need to do that. I'm going to go on Amazon tonight. I think my credit card points are finally going to show up. I put so much money on that credit card. I am now my little Amazon credit card. I'm putting everything under the sun on it because I want those points. You guys, I can't remember. I think I got $1,500 worth of, when I finally realized that I had points on Amazon, I spent them all. And I think $1,500 worth of groceries I bought in the last 2 months on this, from this credit card. So awesome. Alexa, this is my first time your channel was recommended. That's so cool. So like you're not even connected to Giant Buns, because a lot of these people I either know in real life or we're a small channel. Alexa, I'm not gonna lie. We've got 11 people on there, which for us is good. That's good. That's a really nice amount of people. But we know each other from a large live streaming community called Waffle Pone. And then also some of these people are from my real life, like Christian Cheyenne Star Triple R, who is a mustard freak apparently, and the mustard jars need to be hidden. Any containers of dried mustard, any jars of prepared mustard, you got to hide them, got to lock them up, because she's trying mustard on ice cream and Oreos. She's really out of control. She's a really adorable, talented, very smart gal. She's got almost all A pluses in high school. She is an artiste. She has made beautiful pictures for the Giant Buns, of the Giant Buns, but she is torturing us with gross food. She is the gross out queen of Giant Buns. But Alexa, yeah, that's wonderful that you got recommended. Do you have any rabbits yourself, or are you a pet owner? Do you have any critters? Do you have any cute critters? Order woodland loops. That's exactly what they are, Hewlin Mall. They are woodland. Oh, Teeny, did you hear woodland loops? That's right. We need cookies. You guys, I'm about to wipe down the hoops because I left them outside in the mud, and they got, well, they weren't in the mud. They were out in the Giant Buns enclosure. Who knew we were going to have like 40 days and 40 nights of storms, but they've got just like mud, dried mud splatters all over them, which won't hurt anyone. I mean, they are rabbits, but I'm going to wipe them down. And then when we get the cookies, we're going to do cookie hoop. Oh yeah, just like the good old days. No, me going to take all the mustard. Oh, Kristen, I think if you eat enough mustard, doesn't that make you kind of nauseous? Isn't that like one of those things they give kids if they ate something like poisonous? There's Epicac, syrup of Epicac, but then there's also, I'll tell you what, my brother, when I made him that mustard horseradish smoothie, he threw up within seconds. So, yeah, you know what? I don't think he's listening, but if you are, brother of Kira, I'm very sorry that I made you strawberry ice cream with horseradish mustard, Stellador breadsticks, and orange juice. I'm sorry about that. And I know that I'm still not forgiven, and I probably shouldn't be forgiven. Alexa, you used to have rabbits, but none currently. I live with my parents who have 4 dogs, but I do love bunnies. I love puppy dogs too, Alexa. And the kind of the Giant Buns lore is I had a beloved dog, a much loved doggo. She lived to be 18 and a half. And she was just having a lot of seizures at the end of her life. And that's what finally did her in. But right after she died, I didn't know that my bunny rabbit was pregnant by my other bunny rabbit, which originally we thought was a girl. We thought they were both girls. And so right after my dog died, Delphine, who is the mama bunny of all these rabbits, she gave birth to 2 litters back to back. And this is why I now have 9 rabbits. this is how the Giant Buns channel and the Giant Bunnies were created. But I love dogs so much. So that's great for doggos. Your faves are Flemish Giants and Holland Lops and Lionhead Buns. That's so cool. Well, these guys are Flemish Giants, hence, named Giant Buns. They're all Flemish Giants, and my very first rabbit was a Holland Lop, or not a Lop. He was a well, what am I saying? Yeah, Dwarf Netherland. Now I had what they told me was a Holland Lop. Later, after my first rabbit, I had what they said, oh, this is a little mini Lop. And then she grew and grew and grew, and she was huge. And it turned out that she was a French Lop. But the Holland Lops, oh my gosh, those are wonderful. And so Jack, the guy, okay, the other the channel, the big famous live streaming channel, the Waffle Pone guys, they're the greatest freak out ever, guys. If you ever come across that on YouTube, Jack has had for years a beloved lion head bunny, and it was possibly a mix with. He thought that it was a mix with like a Holland Lop, I think. Um, that rabbit's name was Dinky, and looked a lot like, all the coloring was like Donkey. So Donkey was actually named on that live stream by, I think it was Tim Leonard, named came up with the name Donkey because he looked so much like Dinky. But yeah, Alexa, I'm really glad you're here. No pets of your own currently. You love animal sanctuaries though and want to support. Yeah, a friend of mine is thinking about opening up an animal sanctuary in her farm. And then another friend of mine that I was alluding to earlier, she called me today and she wants me to collaborate with her and open up a native plant nursery, which I want to do with her. But also, what she doesn't know yet is I am into rare and old fruit trees and berries, and old forgotten fruits that people. I mean, like I grow things like quince and service berries, and I have oh gosh, what are the dogwood berries that I grow with all the vitamin C? I don't know if I'm going to come up with the name, but I would also like to include rare and indigenous fruit trees and berries. But yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff brewing over here, you guys. I'm so excited. I want to save animals, and I want to also have people be able to grow native plants, herbs. Hey, maybe some old cultivars of vegetables too. Hey, let's throw in some grains. It has driven my mom crazy. What has driven your mom crazy? Alexa, your name Alexa? Um, or the having 4 dogs? Because I had just one dog. I had an Australian cattle dog, and she was, oh boy, she was a piece of work. Oh my gosh, I miss her so much. Vanilla ice cream and soy sauce. Ew. Dude. Well, that's a long, yes, I know. I felt very lucky. Yes, the seizures were, they were difficult, but they didn't seem to, after she would come out of the seizure, she sprang right back to normal. So I had to be really careful about where she was at all times and keep track of her. And there was soft coverings on everything. And you know what I mean? I just made sure that she could stay as safe as possible. And I just gave her all the food she liked. And her last year had some seizures, but she still enjoyed her life. She still liked going outside, and she still liked her food, and she still loved her getting pets. And I know, Wes, rest in peace, Dinky and Wilbur. That was that was a rough time. Wouldn't that be amazing? I know. I'm really excited about all this stuff. I'm going to walk to your house and steal Donkey and Teeny and Posh Spice. Okay, Kristen. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for you. I have I have guard rabbits here. Between Dusty and Teeny. You know what? They're gonna thump and Teeny will growl. Teeny will growl. Although knowing them, they'll probably love you. They'll probably love you. Lillian lost one of her rabbits not long ago. Yep. I was talking to Lillian today, you guys. I just love Lillian. I love her to pieces. And my heart has just been going out to her. I mean, my heart went out to her when I first met her because her beloved Zelda was going through chemo at that time. Zelda is our good friend Lillian's pet rabbit, and she lost her to cancer recently, but she, bless her heart, she got Zelda all kinds of good treatment, and she really improved and extended Zelda's life. and a large financial cost and a large, time commitment to going to all these vets and, you know, she just Lillian is just has a heart of gold. Big-hearted and golden-hearted gal. Um, Definitely me, haha, and also that's great. It's hard when they get sick. I had elderly parrots with heart problems. Excuse me. And it was hard watching them when they had yes. It really is, and it's you just if they could only talk to us a little more directly and say like, "Hey, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm ready to go now." But then I don't know. It's tough. Um, Donkey the face. Rest in peace, Dinky. Thank you, Alexa. I mean, I actually knew Dinky in person. I got to meet that sweet boy and carry him around and pet him, and oh, I love that rabbit. Donkey the Face Ripper would be a good guard rabbit. Oh, he would be a good guard. Oh, yes, you would. True. He's such the little teeth grinder. I love when he does that. My gosh, you're like soft as a feather. Oh, I love this boy so much. That's awesome to hear that people are willing and able to put the effort for needed. I know, Alexa. Yeah. She she knows what she's doing. She gives her well, now she's got one rabbit, Bubby, and but she's always done everything possible. And her enclosure, all the stuff that she has, the tunnels and toys and treats, like she gives them they have the best life. AJ Punk, you have to go. I'll see you on the Discord chat. Big love to you, AJ Punk. I will steal all of the buns. Kristen, your mom will love that. There will be nothing left of your house that's gonna topple because they will chew all the woodwork. Um, but you have all those siblings to play with them. That would be kind of cute, actually. Um, well, you guys, Crystal with a K, it is tough. It was heartbreaking to watch my dad go from riding his Harley to bedridden in just a few months. Oh my goodness. Did he have cancer? I should draw. Oh my goodness, Crystal. I don't know. I mean, look at Donkey. He is a very picturesque boy. You could also, well, you'd probably have to use colors, but I was going to say we've been having some beautiful giant buns sunsets over here. I can just put oh gosh, you guys, I'm too tired to even go outside. Oh boy, I hope Captain Kira is not coming down with anything. I don't feel like I am. I'm just so fatigued though. I don't know. I had my big trip on Thursday. I didn't get home till after midnight. I think that all that stuff does contribute. Look at that cutie. To you just kind of need to recover a little bit, but um my dogs already do that. They ate my door. Oh, so you do have puppy dogs. Okay. Oh, that's right, Kristen. You showed us pictures of those cuties. You got 3 dogs. He had COPD and it affected his heart. Oh, geez. COPD. Yeah, that is a rough one. Maybe you could have high blood sugar. Oh, maybe. We do have some diabetes. Like my grandpa had diabetes. Um, and it was like I think it was the autoimmune kind too. I hope I don't have that. I don't need that. I need that like I need a hole in my head. Um, but yeah, I should look up what the high blood sugar symptoms are. I never thought about that because I don't do a lot of sugar, but you never know. I have been like I drank some of those Mexican Cokes that I got from my party. So I've been having a little bit more sugar than usual. Stress can make you feel really tired too. if you can, try to take it easy for a few days. Oh, thank you, Alexa. You know what? I definitely think stress, like all that mental energy from coping with stress, that's true. That is very, very true. Wow, I have such wise people in the chat. Thank you guys. I'm gonna look into all this. Crystal with a K, sorry to hear about your dad. Yes. Man, I almost died today. My heart rate was on it. Kristen, what is going on? Is it all of this hot humid weather? Because my heart rate feels like it's up too. I feel like every time I go outside. Wait, what is? Oh gosh, there's a mosquito in here. Hey, how'd you get in here? Um, I'm Prestorian. You are diabetic. I didn't know. Wait, did you ever tell us that? And I know what that's about. You feel lethargic if your blood sugar is too high. Isn't that weird? You would think that with your blood sugar, that mosquito just trying to bite my face. With that, with your blood sugar being high, I usually don't kill bugs at all, but I just totally smushed that mosquito. I'm sorry. They're just not. They're kind of a health thing. I don't like to have mosquitoes flying inside my house. You would think that you would feel super energetic if you had all that sugar in your bloodstream, but I'm glad that you told me that. I would never have thought about high blood sugar. When I go outside and when I yell at 7 kids, oh gosh. Kristen, how could your blood pressure and your heart rate not be up with our temperature outside? Like the heat index keeps hovering like around 100, and the humidity is like 500, and then you're chasing around 7 siblings. Oh my gosh. You're taking care of 9 bunnies and a sick friend. That can take a lot out of you. Well, thank you, Crystal with a K. That is true. Yeah. And it's just I get worried about people when they're like feverish and like they can barely move and they're just, you know what I mean? Like that it's them been that kind of a sickness. I don't like that. I don't like that because um it's not just like, oh, it's a little sniffly cold or something. But thank you for that. Yeah, I think it does kind of add up. Prestorian, it's even worse if your blood sugar is too low. You get all shaky and weak. Oh gosh, I remember with my grandpa, he had it bad. He had it so bad that like, poor man. This is not funny. But I mean, he survived this particular thing, so you know, thankfully. But he was in his he was in his big Cadillac. His blood sugar dipped really low and he passed out. I guess he passed out, but he drove off of a bridge in his big old aqua Cadillac, and he survived. And the police found him, and they thought they smelled alcohol in his breath. But if you're familiar, I'm sure Prostorian would know this. When you go into a diabetic crisis, your body starts burning. I believe it's like your proteins, like muscle and stuff, like protein basically, and it forms ketones, and they smell like alcohol. And so they took my grandpa, dragged him out of the car, and they thought that he crashed his car off the bridge because he was a drunk. They put him in the drunk tank in jail. The guy, he almost died. Thankfully, they finally found his bracelet. I think he had, my mom had made him one of those like medical bracelets, had one made for him. But the poor man needed insulin and, basically, like at that point, probably an IV. Poor guy. He drove off a bridge and they thought he was a drunk. Yours only goes too low, Wes. I used to have a lot of high blood sugar when I was 5 and 6. Did you really, Kristen? It's The End of Suffering by, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know who you're talking about. Wait, what? If you take it, wait. It's the end of suffering. Wait, what were you referring to? The end of suffering? I think I have heard of that. You're talking about like a religious text, right? Ketones smell like alcohol. I didn't know that. You didn't? Well, apparently they do. I don't know if they smell like that to everyone, but to these police officers, they thought, "Oh yeah, we smell all these fumes coming from his breath," and they thought, "Oh yeah, he's a drunk driver." That sounds traumatic. Yeah. Sorry, it's a link above. Did you post a link on there? Okay, I didn't see that. I'll look that up. Oh, it's a song. It's relaxing. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. I'm going to look that up. I'll listen to that tonight. Oh, Alexa, also, if you want to join our Discord server, we have a music channel, or you could post it in the general so that we are sure not to miss it. But yeah, I will look that up. But we also feel free to join our Discord server. I haven't been quite as active this week as I would have liked because I had a trip, and we've had a lot of stuff going on. But but I do hope to get more active on there and post some fun stuff for you guys. In fact, I have an Aretha song, Aretha Franklin, that I want to post tonight. So I'll post that myself. I'm not sure if it is a religious text. That would make sense though. Um, I have to check for ketones if my blood sugar is higher than 300. Okay. Doesn't happen often though. Yeah, that was like the crisis situation for my grandpa. I remember that. Sweet. That would be awesome. Yeah. I have testing all day tomorrow. Oh gosh, they do so much testing with you guys, don't they? All that diagnostic stuff because it's the beginning of the school year. So yeah, it's probably time to like do the beginning of the year assessment, and then they're gonna, check in and see like where you are. Like I don't know, at the end of the year, maybe that would make sense, I guess. Hi, Dusters. Well, guys, I was gonna read some of the 1984 tonight, but you know what? It's after 9, and we have our new Alexa in the chat, and I don't know, we had 11 people. We had a really vibrant amount of people here. We've still got like 9 people, but if anyone is super interested in me just reading a little bit of 1984, I can do that. Or we can just wrap it up with like a song. Um I don't know, were people into the George Orwell book 1984? On testing, I just guess on all the answers. Oh boy. That would have stressed me out as a kid. Like I always took everything so seriously in school, which was probably ridiculous. I was so anxious about all that stuff, but nowadays I think that's kind of funny, Kristen. I don't know I don't really know if that's the right thing to do because I don't think they're ever going to truly know. They're going to truly have an assessment for what you know. But you know what? I don't know. Public school, God love you for having to put up with public school. You know what? There can be I mean, of course, I grew up in public school. There can be some awesome stuff. My choir director, oh my gosh, the choir that I sang with, we went all over the United States. Like we did competitions, and I don't know, we sang at like these big places, and I made so many friends. So that was awesome. But some of the other classes that I took were so uninspiring. And that was that was very boring for me. Um Alexa, yeah, do you want to hear a little 1984? Okay. All right. Here we go. Wait, what did I look at? Okay, I looked it up on here. You know what? It may still be. Let me see if it's still on my browser. Oh, yes, it's right here. Okay, that was chapter 1. Let's see. I think we got to chapter 2. Let me get to okay. Da-do-do-do-do. I had forgotten so much of what happened in this book. This is so interesting to revisit. Wait, I know we got. Oh, here's chapter two. Here's chapter two. Okay, wait. Were we at the beginning of chapter two? Let me look at this. Okay, I think we ended at chapter two. Okay, 1984 by George Orwell, chapter two. As he put his hand to the doorknob, Winston saw that he had left the diary open on the table. Down with Big Brother was written all over it in letters almost big enough to be legible across the room. It was an inconceivable. It was an inconceivably stupid thing to have done. But he realized, even in his panic, he had not wanted to smudge the creamy paper by shutting the book while the ink was wet. He drew in his breath. A warm wave of relief flowed through him. A colorless, crushed looking woman with wispy hair and a lined face was standing outside. "Oh, comrade," she began in a dreary, whining sort of voice, "I thought I heard you come in. Do you think you could come across and have a look at our kitchen sink? It's blocked up and—" It was Miss Parsons, the wife of a neighbor on the same floor. Mrs. was a word somewhat discountenanced by the party. You were supposed to call everyone comrade, but with some women one used it instinctively. She was a woman of about 30, but looking much older. One had the impression that there was dust in the creases of her face. Winston followed her down the passage. These amateur repair jobs were an almost daily irritation. Victory mansions were old flats, but built in 1930 or thereabouts, and were falling to pieces. The plaster flaked constantly from ceilings and walls. The pipes burst in every hard frost. The roof leaked whenever there was snow. The heating system was usually running at half steam when it was not closed down altogether from motives of economy. Repairs, except what you could do for yourself, had to be sanctioned by remote committees, which were liable to hold up even the mending of a window pane for 2 years. "Of course, it's only because Tom isn't home," said Mrs. Parsons vaguely. The Parsons flat was bigger than Winston's and dingy in a different way. Everything had a battered, trampled on look, as though the place had just been visited by some large, violent animal. I know what that's about. Games, games impede, wait, games, boxing gloves, a burst football, a pair of sweaty shorts turned inside out lay all over the floor. And on the table, there was a litter of dirty dishes and dog eared exercise books. On the walls were scarlet banners of the Youth League and the Spies and a full size poster of Big Brother. There was the usual boiled cabbage smell, common in the whole building, but it was shot through by a sharper reek of sweat, which one knew this at the first sniff, though it was hard to say how, was the sweat of some person not present at the moment. In another room, someone with a comb and a piece of toilet paper was trying to keep tune with the military music, which was still issuing from the telescreen. Oh, look at this flopper. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. He's listening. He's chilling to 1984. He's falling asleep to the famous novel 1984. Look at that big boy. He's such a good boy. I love how he moves his little mouth. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, in another room, yes. So, okay, someone's trying to keep in tune with the military music, which was still issuing from the telescreen. It's the children, said Mrs. Parsons, casting a half apprehensive glance at the door. They haven't been out today, and of course, she had a habit of breaking off her sentences in the middle. The kitchen sink was nearly to the brim with filthy greenish water, which smelt worse than ever of cabbage. Winston knelt down and examined the angle joint of the pipe. He hated using his hands and he hated bending down, which was always liable to start him coughing. Mrs. Parsons looked on helplessly. Of course, if Tom was home, he'd put it right in a moment, she said. He loves anything like that. He's ever so good with his hands, Tom is. Parsons was Winston's fellow employee at the Ministry of Truth. He was a fattish but active man of paralyzing stupidity, a mass imbecile in a mass of imbecile enthusiasms, one of those completely unquestioning, devoted drudges on whom more than ever on the wait, on whom more even than on the thought police, the stability of the party depended. At 35, he had just been unwillingly evicted from the Youth League, and before graduating into the Youth League, he had managed to stay on in the spies for a year beyond the statutory age. At the ministry, he was employed in some subordinate post for which intelligence was not required. But on the other hand, he was a leading figure on the sports committee and all the other committees engaged in organizing community hikes, spontaneous demonstrations, savings campaigns, and voluntary activities generally. He would inform you with quiet pride between whiffs on his pipe that he had put in an appearance at the community center every evening for the past 4 years. An overpowering smell of sweat, a sort of unconscious testimony to the strenuousness of his life followed him about wherever he went and even remained behind him after he had gone. Have you got a spanner? Said Winston, fiddling with the nut on the angle joint. A spanner, said Mrs. Parsons, immediately becoming invertebrate. I don't know. I'm sure perhaps the children. There was a trampling of boots and another blast on the comb as the children charged into the living room. Mrs. Parsons brought the spanner. Winston let out the water and disgustedly removed the clot of human hair that had blocked up the pipe. He cleaned his fingers as best he could in the cold water from the tap and went back into the other room. Up with your hands, yelled a savage voice. A handsome, tough-looking boy of 9 had popped up from behind the table and was menacing him with a toy automatic pistol, while his small sister, about 2 years younger, made the same gesture with a fragment of wood. Both of them were dressed in the blue shorts, gray shirts, and red neckerchiefs, with which which were the uniform of the spies. Winston raised his hands above his head, but with an uneasy feeling. So vicious was the boy's demeanor that it was not altogether a game. You're a traitor, yelled the boy. You're a thought criminal. You're a Eurasian spy. I'll shoot you. I'll vaporize you. I'll send you to the salt mines. Suddenly, they were both leaping round him, shouting traitor and thought criminal, the little girl imitating her brother in every movement. It was somehow slightly frightening, like the gamboling of tiger cubs, which will soon grow up into man-eaters. There was a sort of calculating ferocity in the boy's eye, a quite evident desire to hit or kick Winston and a consciousness of being very nearly big enough to do so. It was a good job. It was not a real pistol he was holding, Winston thought. Mrs. Parsons' eyes flitted nervously from Winston to the children and back again. In the better light of the living room, he noticed with interest that there actually was dust in the creases of her face. They do get so noisy, she said. They're disappointed because they couldn't go to see the hanging. That's what it is. I'm too busy to take them, and Tom won't be back from work in time. Why can't we go and see the hanging? Roared the boy in his huge voice. Want to see the hanging? Want to see the hanging? Chanted the little girl, still capering around. Some Eurasian prisoners guilty of war crimes were to be hanged in the park that evening, Winston remembered. This happened about once a month, and it was a popular spectacle. Children always clamored to be taken to see it. He took his leave of Mrs. Parsons and made for the door, but he had not gone 6 steps down the passage when something hit the back of his neck, an agonizingly painful blow. It was as though a red-hot wire had been jabbed into him. He spun round just in time to see Mrs. Parsons dragging her son back into the doorway while the boy pocketed a catapult. Goldstein, bellowed the boy as the door closed on him. But what most struck Winston was the look of helpless fright on the woman's grayish face. Back in the flat, he stepped quickly past the television or telescreen and sat down at the table again, still rubbing his neck. The music from the telescreen had stopped. Instead, a clipped military voice was reading out with a sort of brutal relish a description of the armaments of the new floating fortress, which had just been anchored between Iceland and the Faroe Islands. With those children, he thought, that wretched woman must lead a life of terror. Another year, 2 years, and they would be watching her night and day for symptoms of unorthodoxy. Nearly all children nowadays were horrible. What was worst of all was that by means of such organizations as the spies, they were systematically turned into ungovernable little savages, and yet this produced in them no tendency whatever to rebel against the discipline of the party. On the contrary, they adored the party and everything connected with it. The songs, the processions, the banners, the hiking, the drilling of with dummy rifles, the yelling of slogans, the worship of Big Brother. It was all a sort of glorious game to them. All their ferocity was turned outwards against the enemies of the state, against foreigners, traitors, saboteurs, thought criminals. It was almost normal for people over 30 to be frightened of their own children, and with good reason, for hardly a week passed in which the Times did not carry a paragraph describing how some eavesdropping little sneak child hero was the phrase generally used, had overturned some compromising remark and denounced its parents to the thought police. Well, I think we should stop there, guys. It's 9:23. This book is awesome. It's chilling and it's a little disturbing, but you know what? Okay, wait, let me go back to the chat. But it's pretty darn awesome. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for everyone showing up. And 6 of you who are listening to 1984 as I read it, flitted. I like that word. I flit, I float, I fleetly flee, I fly. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, that's a long farewell from Music Man. Donkey looks like he enjoys story. I know, you guys, he's really into it. Thank you again. Very uplifting chat. Oh, Alexa, yes, and you've been a big part of it, and you've really added great reading voice. Thank you so much. Welcome, Alexa, and please feel free if you are someone who likes to be part of a community on a social platform. Discord is an option for Giant Bunz, but yeah, guys, it's been an awesome night. I was feeling super fatigued. I wanted to stream, but I was a little worried I wouldn't have good energy. But no, it's been, you guys have really like uplifted me and invigorated me, and it's been fun. And it has been a really positive chat. But I am going to pop up a song. Maybe I'll leave the camera on some other bunnies that haven't been on the camera. But let's see. What about Posh? Oh my gosh, you guys, my legs. I've been sitting so long. Oh, funny. I'll leave this over on Posh. Here we go. All right, guys. I'll be right back, and then we will have our song. Okay, nobody run into donkey unless they want their face ripped.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush blazing a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws, leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop, crumbs scatter in the bush. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Bite mark stories on furry cheeks. Donkey the rabbit at his cookie peak. Friends band together, a loving chase. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Ankle face, nibble pace. Donkey the rabbit, but sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, nibble on your face. Cookies crumb, big bug falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Plans ignore. Donkey want more, can't ignore.